Savage Combat Sports Media over here. Mike, I wanted to ask you, did you have a chance to see Jake Paul calling you out in dirty boxing?
No, I didn't see. I mean, I did his podcast a while back, and he said maybe we could fight dirty boxing. I didn't see him calling it out, though.
Last week, actually.
Was that AI? Oh, okay. Yeah, he wouldn't really put himself in that type of situation. We could do it, though. Anytime, man. Let's run it. I need to get in that dirty boxing ring.
Saw you like a month ago in New Jersey, so how we feeling post crazy war against Jeremy Stephens?
I feel great, man. I've been eating, just thinking a lot of, where things should go from here. Obviously up, but, there's a path to take, and how we make those moves. They have to be strategic and coordinated, and so I'm just doing a lot of mental work.
Can you elaborate on that path at all, or are you still ironing that out in your head?
I mean, I'm turning into quite the businessman. Platinum business, platinum promotions, platinum properties, platinum, platinum, dog.
Talk to me about first DBX trip to Nashville, obviously used to Florida, so how's the switch up, how are we feeling this fight?
Man, I'm so excited to come. Last time I was in Nashville, always excited to come, but last time I was in Nashville, lights out in Nashville, baby. One of the best knockouts. Saw myself on SportsCenter, ESPN, top 7. That was a good time, so I'm happy to bring a great show to the people here in Nashville. This is very exciting. All action here at Dirty Boxing. I know these fighters are ready to perform. They've gotten to see a little bit of tape on our first shows, and they know what they're in for now. So now I think we're going to see, a lot of heated action, but a lot of technique, a lot of skill, a lot of trained effort for how they need to not only just survive, but attack for the win. And one thing being me, as Gable said, the king of violence, it's on my face. I don't have to bring the belt with me. You know what you get when you see me. These fighters give me that same honor and respect when they fight here at Dirty Boxing. A lot of them come and talk to me, and it's like, they're giving me a little chip that, we're gonna bang it out, dude, and it's gonna be, a Mike Perry effort or a platinum type of violence.
And last one for me, just talking about Gable, the headline, people are calling him, the next star of MMA, Dirty Boxing. So you just watched his media day. How do you think he's doing? How does it feel to have him on this show?
Man, it's great. He is a star, and we're happy to be able to give him the opportunity and the platform. Probably the biggest prospect, biggest MMA debut of all time, the gold medalist for wrestling. So, Gable's been making big waves, and, listening to him do his interview, he's high level. So I'm really interested to see the fight, like everyone else is, about, he can't go to a single leg. Not here in Dirty Boxing, and he's willing to take that risk. And his opponent was chatting, he was speaking his game up, saying that he's ready to show out for this is his town, and he's bringing that war to Gable, and like Gable said, he's focused on winning. So, may the best man win there, but I've grown a little fond of Gable. I like him. I think he's an ultra talent, and we'll see tomorrow night.
Mike, if I can chime in real quick on that King of Violence match, it seemed like on the sidelines, Conor was rooting against you a lot. Do you think that has anything to do with him trying to avoid sharing the ring with you? Because he said, you don't dance for me. You did that dance. He kind of owes you now. What do you think?
I like to dance, I like to enjoy my life. I'm not going to not dance because some haters are in the back, trying to talk about my moves. Winners focus on winning, and, losers focus on watching the winners, right? So, he's also said it. He envies us. He said it in Italy. He envied the fighters that were up there getting to fight. I do it at the highest level in bare knuckle. I'm the guy that people watch because, I mean, I deserve that King of Violence title, and no matter what anybody wants to say about it, it's very fitting. I fight truly violent. I get hit. I give the hits, and I break people down over and over again in there in bare knuckle, and it's really fun. And you know, I promote here for Dirty Boxing with hopes that I can get in this ring in Dirty Boxing. We've already made a little joke on Overdogs about me and Brian Battle going at it, you know, and no animosity, but people know, you know, it's like training. We designed this sport, we got with our team, and we created these rules based off of a lot of things that I see in the gym of how all of us MMA competitors work for this. And, you know, I'm just excited to promote and watch these guys perform for us. And eventually one day I'll get the offer to get in here.
We're in a fight, brother.
Yeah, me too.
Mike, what made you want to be a part of Dirty Boxing? Because Dirty Boxing has grown into like its own sport now, its own part of combat sports. And what made you want to be a part of it?
You know, it was a lane that I created. Me and my partners and my team and the fan base as well. We made this sport for fans of action, combat, true combat, and people who don't just fight to survive, people who fight to win. And, you know, Dirty Boxing, small ring, all upper body striking, really, obviously, the biggest one is that it's boxing with elbows and small gloves. That's very entertaining to watch. It has been over and over again. DBX 4, we keep raising the bar, and we're just going to keep doing that. So I'm grateful for all the support that we get here at Dirty Boxing, and I'm very happy to be the face of it. We go hand to hand, Mike Perry and Dirty Boxing.
Where do you see Dirty Boxing going in the future?
To the moon, man. That's just a little thing that people say, isn't it? I definitely see us going to more states. Definitely could see us being international. You know, we're talking with lots of people who are interested in this type of competitive sport, and we are in our own lane. You know, we created that lane for ourselves, and you know, we're making a difference where the fighters are happy with us. We're happy with the fighters. You know, it goes both ways. Everyone's got to be happy. How's the media doing? Are you guys doing all right with Dirty Boxing?
Loving it, boss. Loving it.
All right, thanks.
Mike, one over here. So, Mike, it's the first time I see you outside of Miami. You're doing well. So,
Yeah, thanks.
you're a fighter, you're a dad, you're a husband. You have a roster of fighters that you basically, you know, own a promotion over. How do you balance it all out? I've asked you this question before, but you guys have only grown exponentially. How do you keep it all set?
A lot of help, a lot of good support from partners and people, fan base, you know. But the team at Dirty Boxing, we put a great team together, you know. And I just got to keep my shit together when it's my turn to do what I have to do, because they're all overperforming. You know, we got Overdogs podcast because we're overperformers, man. We got to give the best to the people. We got to give back, and we're giving them something in this lane that we've created that hasn't really been seen before. I know we see, it's so cliche to say that in combat sports. You think you see a fight, but real fans know the differences in some of these fights. It's like when you watch me fight. It's just more intense. I don't back up. I go forward. I get hit. It might slow me down for 1 second, but it was a part of my plan. I planned it, you know, and you got to think about the aspects of fighting that will make a difference, and that's what we're doing here at Dirty Boxing.
And one more question. So you're booking all these like superstar fights, obviously with Gable, and you've got Brian, and obviously Rosenstruck is the inaugural heavyweight champion. Are we gonna see the introduction of any more belts anytime soon? Can you speak on
Yeah,
that?
I mean, you're name dropping, and we still got more names down that list. I mean, that all deserve to be at the top of that list. You know, Yoel was here a couple times. We had Andre Arlovsky. I mean, they were main and co-main event on one card once. So that's, you know, that's tough to top. But we did with Rosenstrike, with how he performs and how he acts and how he carries himself. We go after these UFC fighters that might feel like they're a little in a tough spot in their career, either having to exit the UFC or they get the opportunity to exit the UFC and come perform with us. And, you know, it's just a little different, and they've been really happy. I'm really happy as a fighter to see the fighters be happy with us. And, you know, from there, tomorrow night, it's all going to speak for itself, man. I know this show has been put together. Every corner of every detail has been worked on. And shout out to the Cowboy Brothers and First Round Management, man. They've done amazing with Dirty Boxing so far. And tomorrow night is the cherry on top. Wait till you see it. Don't forget to tune in, man.
Let me just add one more thing to answer your question. We'll have at least 2 new belts first quarter, minimum.
Cool.
There we go. He had the answers. I missed that question a little bit.
Are you gonna make them a little smaller?
They already,
Yeah, we're already working on that.
we already have the new belts. They already arrived. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, guys.
Mike, what's your honest opinion on the Brian Battle and the Killshot fight? Because for like the casual fan who might not know Killshot, like that's a very dangerous fighter. That's a guy who's coming off a first round knockout and bare knuckle. He's never been finished. He's gone, you know, he's been through the Ultimate Fighter and things like that. So it's I would say a risky fight for Brian Battle. But what's your honest take on that?
Yeah, it's nice to get a couple details on him. I didn't know too much, but I knew he looked scary and he looked tough. And Brian Battle, you know, we talked to him on the podcast, and he knows. He seems like a smart guy, and he's not going to overthink or underthink anything. He knows he's in for a fight this time, and you know, but you never know. Sometimes they can look scary, and you can hit someone when you have confidence in your skills and your talents, and that's nothing. You know, obviously Brian Battle has been a big deal for us. A lot of people have been talking about him being in Dirty Boxing, and now they're all very excited that he has a very dangerous looking opponent. I look forward to seeing his opponent and him compete against each other, and you know, other than looks, I can't really tell you much. I haven't seen his opponent perform, but you say, you know, he just come off a win in bare knuckle. He looks big. I did see him talking on one of the DBX Instagram videos that they released yesterday. And I think he said something that I wasn't too sure about. It's just made me wonder. What was it? It was, yeah, that was what he said. He said he wished maybe DBX didn't have elbows. And that just made me go, what does that mean? Why wouldn't you want them?
Okay, and then there was a pretty viral clip. There's like a documentary made on BKFC after your fight. There's a clip of Jeremy Stevens kind of breaking down after the fight and saying like, man, I'm just trying to provide for my family. I'm trying to provide a better life for my family. Like, what did you think about that?
Oh, man, shout out to Jeremy, man. He, you know, no, man, he got his ass beat, dog. I beat his ass, and no crying at the man's table. All right, forget that. We all do. We're all trying to provide, and I'm gonna get heckled for that one, but you know, that's how I felt about it. I mean, it was an emotional time. You know, he had lost a fight. We've all been there. When I was younger, you know, you lose a fight and you're like upset. You know, that shit happens. But he fought tough and he got up over and over again, and you know, and ran a lot, ran away, and and it's on to the next one. I think about things sometimes where it's like, oh, if that was me, well, then I instantly go, well, it ain't me. It ain't gonna be me. I ain't gonna do it like that.
And then last one, just with the whole Conor thing, like, obviously he's not getting in there anymore. And I think the best line you said to him during that whole exchange was, I'm the only one that's out here doing it. Right? So is there ever a point where he's talking on the microphone that you just kind of want to be like, man, I'm not even going to acknowledge this anymore? Like, I know it's a promotional thing that he's doing to get the clicks and the views, but is there any part of you that's like, man, I just don't even want to acknowledge it anymore?
Sure, sometimes it's like it's a roller coaster of emotions, because a lot of you guys know me. I'm very easy to get at. Like, you can say some things to me and I just get pissed, and he knows that, and he was playing that game, and I was trying to say some things that might tick him off, and at the end of the day, I was the one getting to perform. I got to get in there. I prepared for it so well so I could be invincible, and I got to show the world, like, when I have my time and I get to put in the effort, that I can be great, even if you can hit me hard. Jeremy's a good fighter. He had a lot of experience in the highest level, more experience at the highest level than, Conor McGregor. He had more experience than him. So Conor's just used to the little bit brighter lights. Gable was talking about the lights. He's used to the bright lights. He's been in there, but those lights can always get brighter. And I've seen that before, that roller coaster. Those lights get bright, and you just got to prepare for brighter lights again in the future, over and over again. The path continues. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy the show tomorrow.